Brian Kniff, Mike Gill will be on the call courtside here, live on 97.3 ESPN FM and streaming live online with full video coverage on 97.3 ESPN.com, where you can also catch all the action on Saturday when the championship matchups get underway. We'll start things off 9 to noon with the South Jersey Sports Report live from Stockton College, then seamlessly transition into the girls basketball final, which pits two Cape May County Titans against each other. Middle Township, Wildwood Catholic will go toe-to-toe in the next round of action. We look forward to that. Here on the boys' end, one team punching their ticket earlier today. It was Atlantic City overcoming a late rally by St. Augustine Prep, and Atlantic City on its way with an 18th win to 3 consecutive Cape Atlantic League championship games. They are the two-time defending champion since this tournament's conception in 2012. The only titles have gone in the direction of Gene Allen and the Vikings. They are now 8-0 in postseason play here in the CAL since this new tournament began, and they are 1 win away from a three-peat. But two teams here that stand to get in their way of that path and perhaps interrupt a little destiny. Wildwood Catholic, Holy Spirit, the number 4 seeded Crusaders under the direction of head coach Dave DeWeese, led by a group of seniors including Jordan Robertson, Eddie McWade, a guard-forward tandem that gets the job done. Clint Freeman inside presents some matchup issues for Holy Spirit, but they are not afraid of size. Holy Spirit has more length than any team in this entire Cape Atlantic League. That put that on full display in their quarterfinal win over Oakcrest in the first round. Holy Spirit handedly winning that game, up by 30 points during that contest. And here they are now, the number 1 seed in the Cape Atlantic League, 1 W away from rematch with Atlantic City in the championship game. What an affair that could be. These two teams split, each team winning on the opposing court. Holy Spirit winning at Atlantic City during the late stages of the season. Last month it was Holy Spirit surrendering a late lead against Atlantic City, and the Vikings coming away with a W in Absecon. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Wildwood Catholic, the number 4 seed, they enter this one after a hard-fought victory over Millville in the first round of action. Thunderbolts gave them quite the test, but they are here at Hammonton High School for the first time. They suffered first-round losses in each of the last 2 years. Remember, identical semifinal matchups the last 2 seasons. Middle Township and St. Augustine Prep, with Middle winning both years and advancing to Stockton. On the other side, Atlantic City and Holy Spirit. And that is what the Spartans are trying to overcome. 2 consecutive losses to Atlantic City in this semifinal round during each of the past 2 seasons. They want to atone for some of that. They have a younger group that has grown up, led by Junior Sansell, now with Senior, and they look to atone for some of those struggles with a win today against Wildwood Catholic to reach their first ever Cape Atlantic League victory, and again set up that rubber match with the Atlantic City Vikings. Those two teams, bitter foes in the American Conference, meeting twice this season. So an excellent matchup here between 2 Cape Atlantic League coaching veterans, Coach Dave DeWeese, Coach Jamie Gillespie, and those are each the coaches trying to go up against and battle wits with Gene Allen, a 2-time defending state champion for Atlantic City. Remember, join us Saturday when the dust settles. We will have all the coverage for you beginning at 9 with the South Jersey Sports Report live from Stockton. You hear from coaches involved with these games. Coach Fran Rafe, we spoke with her last week, her team involved. We will speak with obviously Coach Leahy, and we'll certainly reach out to some players from these 2 victories as we get to that point and speak with them. Mike McGarry from the Atlantic City Press will be with us. Tom Williams, a Hall of Famer. Kevin Minnick will talk with us. Mike Gill will be on hand for the game. We'll probably catch up with him a little bit. He'll be on the call tonight. So that's what we have to look forward to Saturday morning, followed directly by, at noon, the girls' title game, and then right after 2 p.m. start time tip-off, considering who we'll see, but it'll be Atlantic City against Wildwood Catholic and Holy Spirit. We'll turn things over now. Mike Gill on the call with Brian Kniff. Enjoy the action. I'm Tyler Donahue. I'll talk to you Saturday. In the meantime, enjoy Holy Spirit, Wildwood Catholic, 2 teams going toe-to-toe for a title matchup.
All right, thanks, Tyler, Mike Gill, and Brian Kniff. We are courtside here for the final game of the Final Four tonight on 97.3 ESPN and live video at 97.3ESPN.com. It's the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week. Tonight, connect with Brian Brumell and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Brian, we got a rematch here between 2 teams that met at the Battle by the Bay. Wildwood Catholic won that game. Holy Spirit looking for revenge. If they play the way they did against Atlantic City the other night and in the first round against Oakcrest, Wildwood Catholic could be in for a long game.
Well, Wildwood Catholic could be in for a long game if Holy Spirit plays like it did for the first 3.5 quarters against Wildwood Catholic. Wildwood Catholic ended that game on a 32-17 run to win it 48-45. Yeah, I think one of the big things in this game, Mike, is that despite the fact that Wildwood Catholic has gone out and played probably the most difficult schedule out of league that they've ever had in program history, this is the first time they're playing a big game in a setting like this in an elimination setting. And you know, Holy Spirit's been here a few times. Wildwood Catholic has not, so you wonder if there's going to be some opening jitters.
Opening night blowout for Holy Spirit. Wildwood Catholic, though, had to go on a 16-0 run, Brian, to get to this game. You wonder how much that will carry over tonight from that game against Millville. Yeah,
I think the extra day helps. It happened Monday, so there was an extra day there to go to Thursday rather than Wednesday. But you're right. Not only did they need a big run, but they had to survive a last-second layup attempt that bounced twice on the rim before falling off just before the buzzer. So, yeah, I mean, I think everybody to a man would say that Holy Spirit is certainly a favorite tonight, but you know, certainly wouldn't be a surprise if Wildwood Catholic wins it either. So.
No, and they won that first game, but one of the big problems with Wildwood Catholic all year long, Brian, is the depth of this team. They really are about there are 5 starters and maybe one guy off the bench. They don't have a lot of depth here, and you've seen more of Holy Spirit going to their bench in recent weeks.
Yeah, if you're watching on 973ESPN.com, Wildwood Catholic's wearing their away blue uniforms, Holy Spirit's in white. The starters for the Crusaders, George Cook, a junior, Kevin McWade, George Cook, a senior, excuse me, Kevin McWade, a junior, are the guards. Jordan Robertson, their leading scorer at 18.5 a game, is a senior swingman, and the forwards are seniors Clinton Freeman and Eddie McWade. Holy Spirit wearing the white uniforms trimmed in blue and gold. Their starters, 6'3 sophomore, 6'2 sophomore Leon Daniels, 6'2 senior John Hogan, who was formerly John Mitty. Apparently he had a name change at some point. They're in the backcourt, and then it's John Middleton, 6'4 junior, Jordan Taylor, 6'5 junior, and of course Junior Santil, the 6'7 senior, down low for Holy Spirit. 3-man officiating crew. It's Paul Spinelli, the lead official, along with Ed Gorski and Rob Johnson.
All right, right to left, Holy Spirit, left to right for Wildwood Catholic. I think the entire Catholic student body is here. Maybe all 80 of them. There's a big contingent.
Doesn't take many to have their own student body.
But they are here, and we are live here on 97.3 ESPN. Wildwood Catholic moves left to right. They win the tap. Cook between the circles. Stare down man-to-man defense here by Holy Spirit. Cook to the left wing. Bounce pass down low to McWade, who spins baseline. Trapped, kick out. Freeman for 3 from the wing, and it is no good. The rebound. Fall forward, snared down by Middleton. Here comes Middleton in transition. Baseball pass to Santil. Right side, it's stolen away momentarily, but Daniels scoops it up.
Jordan Robertson. Excuse me, Mike, sorry about that.
And a block by Jordan Robertson. Yes. And it goes off of Mitty or Hogan, and now it's out of bounds.
Holy Spirit got that first rebound. Jordan Robertson had his arm about 2 feet above the rim, nearly put that back.
You'll hear a couple Middies and Hogans. They're the same guy tonight. Freeman on the left wing. Up top for McWade. Takes it to the paint, kicks it out for McWade, who kicks it into the corner for Robertson. Robertson gets a screen, kicks it in the corner. McWade for 3. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound comes back to McWade, and he falls on the floor, and it's called for traveling as he lost his footing. 1 minute gone by first quarter.
Yeah, whether he was called for the traveling violation or not, he was trying to flip it to a teammate and just kind of threw it in the air because he had lost his balance. Holy Spirit would have had possession anyway.
Middleton bringing the ball up for Holy Spirit. Comes to the left side, gets it off for Hogans. Hogan stared down by Freeman. Up top there for Santil. Thought about a 3. Cuts the paint, kicks it out into the corner. Now a swing pass for Middleton. A 3 is good from the right wing, and we are 3-0. 6:38 to play our first points.
And Wildwood Catholic needs to get better looks at the basket. I think Holy Spirit would be very happy to have Wildwood Catholic take 3-pointers from Clinton Freeman and Kevin McWade all night, and that's what they got on their first 2 possessions without getting a basket.
Robertson spins, kicks it out for McWade. Eddie McWade goes to the left hand, left of the lane, all the way to the basket. It's stripped away, but it's a foul on the floor, and the first foul of the night on Holy Spirit.
That one's called against John Middleton. Middleton was the help side defender reaching in, which is where the foul occurred.
Inbounding the basketball, McWade catches, bounce pass to Robertson on the left corner. Loses the handle, stolen away by Taylor. One-on-one, Taylor to the bucket, and he scores, and it's 5-0. Holy Spirit in the lead. 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Mike Gill, Brian Kniff, 97.3 ESPN, and video from Matt Ulmer at 97.3ESPN.com. McWade loses the handle momentarily, puts it on the floor once, and gets it back to Cook. Baseline side for Robertson, and a whistle, and he shuffled his feet, Brian.
Yeah, he changed his pivot foot is exactly what he did. That was a good call by the official there. He caught the ball, established the pivot foot, then a half a second later, he moved that foot.
Walking the ball back up for Holy Spirit, Middleton. Bounce pass to Santil, right of the lane. Now he backs it back out to the wing. Cross court for Daniels. He had a great game against Atlantic High. Daniels crosses over McWade. Middleton and Santil at the top of the key. Daniels backs it in, and it's stolen. Here comes McWade up the right sideline. McWade all the way to the bucket, and his shot is blocked away by Santil, but there's going to be a foul called.
And McWade did a great job there, Mike, of slowing down and hanging in the air a little bit, making sure he was going to draw contact, because there's no way he's going to score over Junior Santil. And what he did was he kind of hesitated, and Santil's body came into him right after the block shot. With McWade still being an airborne shooter, that is certainly a foul.
McWade connects on the first, makes it 5-1. This is Kevin McWade at the line. He'll get his second here, 5-1. Holy Spirit in the lead. Winner will face Atlantic City, a 65-60 winner over the Prep. Second one's good, so McWade hits a pair, and we got our first sub of the night, as off the Holy Spirit bench comes Umad Collier into the game for Holy Spirit, and taking a seat is John Hogans.
Formerly Mitty.
Formerly
In case you're wondering if Holy Spirit got a new player, they did not.
Fausto Carmona. Up top for Taylor, on the wing for Daniel.
Smaller bank account.
Collier running the point. McWade in his shorts here. Middleton on the wing. 3-ball for Daniels in the corner, and he connects. So Leon Daniels catches and shoots. 8-2 Spirit.
And Wildwood Catholic still looking for its first field goal.
Almost midway through this first quarter. Big defense here by Daniels. He lets Cook get by him. Cook all the way to the bucket. Little ball fake, and he puts the layup up. It's no good. The rebound tipped out. Here comes Junior Santil. 1-on-2. Junior goes, and he tries to dunk, but it's blocked away by Robertson on a foul. He got a little bit of the wrist there.
Yeah, and you know, down the other end, Mike, when you're down 8-2 and you get an opportunity to get to the rim like George Cook just did, you have to finish that.
Robertson, his first.
You don't see him take a lot of shots either. George Cook typically the facilitator, not the guy taking the ball to the bucket.
Made a very good ball fake. He kind of froze the defender, made it look like he was going to pass, and he just missed the layup.
First one by Junior is good. His first points of the night, 9-2, Spartans in the lead. Junior went up for a dunk there. Big dunkers in this game, Robertson, Santil, Middleton. Second one is good, so a pair of free throws for Junior. An 8-point Spartan lead, 4:26 and counting here in the first quarter.
I don't think there was a former dunker on the play-by-play tonight, though.
That's true. That is true. Could you get one down?
No. Even though I'm much taller than you.
That's true. Fires a pass to Freeman, who uses some body and some bulk to back down Middleton, but he was fouled.
There's a lot of body to use. He did a nice job protecting the ball there, and Middleton kind of came forward with the arms rather than staying straight up.
See, I feel if I was your height, I probably could have dunked.
Maybe.
At some point of my life. Maybe not today. Definitely not today.
I could jump over the Daily News, Philadelphia Daily News, the Saturday edition.
Freeman connects from the free throw line, and jumping off the bench for the first time is Tyler Jones for Holy Spirit. Clint Freeman at the line for a second. Perfect 3 for 3 from the line for the Crusaders so far, and 4 for 4 as that one rattles off the back of the iron and down. 10-4. Spartans in the lead. Midway through the first quarter here in the second game of the Final Four of the Cape Atlantic League Tournament. Collier with a right-hand dribble. Man-to-man defense here by the Crusaders. Jones gets it into the wing for Daniels. Back up top for Jordan Taylor. Swings it to Santil. Junior crosses over. Now he fires a pass into the front row of the stands, and it's a turnover.
That actually was a bad pass, Mike, but Collier on that double team has to fill that void and move more toward the top of the key. Would have made it a much easier pass rather than Santil having to throw it across court against the double team.
10-4, 3:43 to play first quarter. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here on 97.3. Cook at the elbow on the right side. Backs it out. Robertson for three in the corner. Good.
That's a big shot because he struggled from the field the other night against Millville. So that's a good sign for Wildwood Catholic that he knocks down his first outside shot.
The three cuts the lead to three. Spirit with an answer. Daniel shots long. Jones pushes off and gets called for a foul. So Wildwood Catholic with a little momentum.
Yeah, that was a good call there. You know, kids are battling for the rebound. You'll see a hand on a back. Once you put two hands on the back and there's some displacement there, that's a definite foul.
So Robertson's three cuts it to three, and the Crusaders can tie it with a three here. They trail by three.
And, of course, anytime you can displace Clinton Freeman, you know there was a significant push.
10-7, Crusaders. George Cook, bounce pass down low to the hardworking McWade, who goes out on the perimeter. A little 12-foot jumper on the baseline's no good.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, Mike, with you know, opening with jitters early in this game. You know, that's out of character for McWade to take a shot like that. That's what Wildwood Catholic has to avoid.
Under 3 minutes to play in the first. On the right wing, up top, Santil for three. It's strong off the glass. Rebound comes down to Freeman, who puts it on the floor once and gets it into the capable hands of Cook. Up the near sideline, Cook crosses the timeline, backs up on Collier. 2:38 to play in the first. Backdoor cut by McWade. It's cut off nicely. Cook thinks about a three. Now he takes it to the foul line. Bounce pass to McWade, who gets it into the post, but it's batted away. Up with it is Leon Daniels.
Freeman didn't do a good job stepping to that basketball.
Here comes Collier, crosses over Cook to the basket, and he runs into McWade, and we got a blocking foul.
Yeah, McWade was looking to step in and take a charge, Mike, and he got in there way late. And when Collier got his head and shoulders to the side of McWade as he was going by, once that contact occurs, that's a definite blocking foul.
Will Bell in for the Crusaders, their first sub of the game. Summers and Hogan's, formerly Mitty, in for Holy Spirit. If you hear something fall, that's probably Brian getting caught in this. We've had a couple media casualties tonight, Brian.
Yes. Yes. Ambulance chaser attorneys are lurking.
Somehow Omer's going to make some money out of this one.
Doesn't he always?
Jordan Taylor to the rack for two, a 5-point lead. Crossing the timeline comes Robertson. Gets it off for Cook. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Cook to the left side, all the way to this baseline now, and he's triple teamed. He fires up a shot, it's short, and the rebound comes down to Hogan's. Hogan gets it taken away, and it is Cook in the mix, but it's going to be Holy Spirit basketball.
Yeah, Cook did a nice job of at least trying to track down and make up for his mistake. That was not a very good shot he just took. And again, you know, a lot of Wildwood Catholic's field goal attempts right now are just completely out of character of what they normally do. Fortunately, they're only down 5, though.
With 1:41 to play in the first. Holy Spirit leads 12-7. Collier, he's got Cook giving him a 5-second violation. To say he had Cook all over him, and he gets him into a 5.
Yeah, that's a nice job there by Cook. And Collier's got to be aware of that, and at some point, at the very least, at least pick up your dribble. You have to know that the official's counting. And in your head, you got to know when he gets to 3.5 or 4, you at the very least have to pick up the dribble if you can't shake him.
Minute and a half to go, first quarter.
Now
Cook almost got a 5. Robertson, or excuse me, Bell catches at the elbow. Gets it to Kevin McWade. Guarded by Summers. McWade spins, backs it out between the circles. Crosses over into the corner for Eddie McWade. McWade at the elbow, to the paint, loses the handle. Here comes Jordan Taylor. Jordan Taylor, bounce pass for Collier, who gets a layup. It's short, and the rebound comes down to McWade. Outlet pass for Robertson. Robertson, with no numbers, takes it himself anyway. The layup is strong, but he gets fouled. So the transition basket can't fall, but Jordan Robertson, Brian, will go to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? That's one that he really has to finish. That wasn't a ton of contact. You got to finish that there and give yourself an opportunity for a 3-point play. Certainly Wildwood Catholic Not terribly unhappy with the result, though, as Robertson goes to the line and he does make the first.
So Robertson cuts it to 4. He's got 4. A 3 and this free throw would make it 5 right here for Jordan Robertson. 12-8, make it 12-9. Catholic trails by 3. Spartans with the ball. They move right to left in the white and blue trim. Wildwood Catholic in the video has got the blue and white and black trim. Hogan's on the left wing puts a bounce pass into Daniels' hand. He lost the handle.
That's not a very good pass there. I mean, he threw that right into an area where Daniels was immediately triple teamed, and he fumbled the ball and lost it. He wanted a foul called on some contact there. You're just not going to get that call in a game like this.
McWade gets it into Kevin. Kevin McWade catches, gets it back to Robertson. Robertson swing pass cross court to George Cook. Man-to-man defense still by the Spartans. They played a 2-3 zone against Atlantic High Wednesday night. 3 ball for Robertson, front rim, no good. Rebound down to Will Bell. Bell with a pump fake, but I believe there's going to be a foul and a push as Bell tried to get some separation, and the foul's going to be called on John Hogan.
Bell's a transfer from Lower Cape May who has had to sit out the first 30 days, and he really brings them a lot of energy off the bench, and he's only a sophomore. He'll certainly be a much more featured player going forward after this year.
Cook with 20 seconds inbounds to McWade. McWade bounces baseline, shoots up an air ball, tries to get his own, and the rebound comes down to Summers with 16 seconds.
Summers really did a nice job there of outgritting McWade.
Taylor with a layup. It's too strong, and the rebound comes down to Wildwood Catholic. Bell is in there with Hogan's, and he wins that battle, and there's going to be a foul on Hogan.
And that's a bad foul by Hogan's, Mike, because with 7 seconds left, that is Holy Spirit's 7th foul, and Wildwood Catholic's going to walk down and shoot a 1-and-1. And Bell really, you know, if you were watching on video, Bell really did the perfect thing when you get a rebound. You take the thing and you stick it under your chin with your elbows out, and it's virtually impossible for someone to get in there and tie you up without fouling you, and that's exactly what happened there.
So Bell will get a shot now to make this potentially a 1-point game with 7.3 seconds left, and it looked like Holy Spirit dominated. It could be a 1-point lead. First one's no good. The rebound comes down to Jones. Jones, outlet for Collier. Here we go with 5 seconds left to play in the first. Summers gets a shot off for Jones at the top of the key, and it's no good. And that's how we'll end the first quarter. With the score, Holy Spirit 12 and Wildwood Catholic 9 here on 97.3 ESPN. And of course, Wildwood Catholic playing from behind there. Did they get the jitters out of the way? They looked a little tight at first, but they kind of staved off the heavy blows.
Yeah, you know, I don't think Wildwood Catholic played particularly well, Mike, and they're only down 3. I also thought that Holy Spirit simply didn't make a lot of shots in that quarter either. So, you know, neither team really played their best in that period. And we'll have a 3-point game going into the second period.
Yeah, and of course, Holy Spirit 19-5, Wildwood Catholic 20-4. But the Spartans are the #1 seed, and a lot of people were debating about what the seed should have been. And right now, all 4 seeds played out. Although Atlantic City was a 3, and they did beat the 2 seed St. Augustine Prep. Can the #1 seed hold on tonight, or can Wildwood Catholic, the 4 seed, beat them for a second time? 3 quarters left to find out.
And the big thing as we get handed the first quarter stats, Mike, is that the biggest thing that jumps out at you is Wildwood Catholic only 1 for 8 from the floor with 5 turnovers. But what really helped them was a lot of Holy Spirit fouls, as Wildwood Catholic goes 6 for 7 from the line in the first quarter. And they're going to be shooting for the entire second quarter on any non-team control foul by Holy Spirit.
Mike Hill and Brian Kneff here to start the second quarter in Hammonton tonight. Into the corner, they get it to Middleton, who's back into the game. Collier on the right wing, a 3-ball, it's long, and the rebound snapped down.
Good box out by Freeman. Allowed McWade to come in to a wide open area and snatch that rebound.
Cook between the circles. 30 seconds gone by here in the second quarter. 12-9. Wildwood Catholic trails by 3 with the ball.
Holy Spirit's in zone for the first time, Mike.
McWade to Robertson. And Wildwood Catholic recognizes this now. Robertson, left side. They dump it down to Freeman. Freeman spins baseline. He's double teamed. Freeman pump fake. Shots up, rebound. Freeman blocked away by Santil. Collier with the rebound, and he shoots an outlet pass for Santil, and it hits off Junior's hands. It'll be Catholic ball, Bri.
You know, That was a great block by Santillo, Mike. And then he was the first player down the floor after the block shot. Shows you his athleticism, and unfortunately for Holy Spirit, they just turned it over. The pass to Santillo a little too hot.
Under 1 minute gone by here in the first half of the second quarter.
Garrett Moretti into the game. Oh, wow.
Alley-oop try.
Just missed on connecting on that alley-oop.
Cook from about quarters court threw up a little volleyball pass, and he tried to get Jordan Robertson on the right block. So they went from left wing to right block there.
Garrett Moretti in the game for Wildwood Catholic. Probably their best outside shooter with Holy Spirit going zone. That's why he's in the game.
Robertson with an air ball from the right wing, and Wildwood Catholic, boy, if they can get a bucket here, try to get this momentum. It never feels like they've had the momentum, and Holy Spirit's going to take a timeout. 6:32 to play here in the first half. Holy Spirit calls timeout.
All right, listen for additional coverage of high school basketball on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Ulmer Appliance. These games brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance Services, with 4 offices to serve you. Phone 609-399-4398 for information. That's Ulmer's Appliance Service. RE/MAX at the Shore, the Jersey Shore real estate experts. 609-523-9494, and let the experts find you a home at the Shore.
Mike Gill, Brian Kniff, courtside here in Hammonton tonight. For one night only, Hammonton, the mecca of the basketball world in the Cape Atlantic League. The Final Four comes here. 12-9, Catholic and Spirit. Cook looking at this 2-3 zone. Moretti catches in the corner, back to Cook at the elbow, who takes a jumper. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Freeman gets it off at the board, puts it back up, partially blocked. Freeman with another rebound, and he gets it to fall.
Freeman very active on the offensive glass. Spirit going quickly here, Mike.
And a travel as Santillo took an extra step on the cross court.
You know, sometimes it's good to run a secondary break, get the ball out of the basket on a made shot and push, but now Holy Spirit has turned the ball over twice trying to force the issue on the fast break.
And that's the second turnover for Junior on the travel. 12-11. Catholic can actually take a lead here for the first time. Cook up top. Foul line jumper for McWade. It's strong. Freeman almost had the board, and here comes Daniels. 3-on-2. Numbers for the Spartans. Collier leaves it for Santillo. The reverse layup is good for Junior. He's got 4, and they lead by 3.
And Holy Spirit much more under control. That turned into a 3-on-2 drill that you would run in practice right there, and they get the easy layup.
Cook dribbles to the left sideline with 5:22 to play here in the first half. Moretti at the top of the key. Catches. Robertson puts it on the floor, up top for Cook. Coming up on 5 minutes. Cook at the left elbow, tries to slide his way through, and he fires a pass. Out of bounds, they're going to say it's all Catholic.
That ball was definitely tipped by Holy Spirit.
Spartans catch a break with 5:03 to play. They lead by 3, now they get the ball. George Cook looked a little more aggressive offensively tonight. This is the most aggressive I've seen him anyway. Taking shots, taking the ball to the basket. Crossing the timeline on the far side is Middleton.
14-11 Spirit.
Ooh, at the elbow, and Santillo might have got away with a walk there too. And he gets a foul, he gets a shot to go, and Junior Santillo will go to the line.
Fouls on Wildwood Catholic number 41, Eddie McWade.
McWade called for the foul, and Junior Santillo will go to the line to try to convert the 3-point play.
That's McWade's second. Team's third.
Santillo finishes the 3-point play, completes it, it makes it a 17-11 game with 4:45 to play in the first half.
And Santillo leads all scorers with 7 points.
3 of them from the line as he makes that one. Bounce pass down low. McWade gets aggressive in a left hand, little hook shot right in the paint.
He did a great job of getting deep there, Mike, and once you get down below that block with a defender on your back, it's much easier to score. Nice move by McWade.
Summers catches, gets a pick here from Hogan's. They get it to Daniels on the right wing. Hogan's from just inside the three-point line, way off the mark.
Good hedge by Freeman to get a hand in the face of the shooter off the ball screen.
And here comes Cook crossing the timeline the other way, coming up on halfway through this first half. Moretti for three, gets the ball, and a foul down low on Middleton.
Yeah, that basket's going to count for three, and then Eddie McWade's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1.
12 is John Hogan's. That'll be his third, Brian, as he gets called off the ball. Jordan Taylor will come off the bench, but Moretti is standing at the line, but he shouldn't be the shooter here.
This is the rule on this is there is no team control on a shot, so it's a 1-and-1 opportunity for McWade. Once the shot is released in the air, there's no team control, so that foul, McWade should be going to the line for the 1-and-1.
Right. And Moretti was the shooter, and it hit the three, so he's at the line thinking that he might have got fouled, but the foul was down on the block. Although Moretti almost got kind of hit too. Maybe he felt the foul was against him. The three is good, and now they do have the right shooter at the line, who is Ed McWade.
A moment ago, Mike, Wildwood Catholic was down 17-11. If McWade makes both free throws here, they'll be up 18-17.
First one by McWade is good. They tied it up. So they've been playing from behind. They've now knotted it up. 4:06 to play, 17s on the board. Second shot by senior Ed McWade is good, and Wildwood Catholic has the lead midway through the first half. Walking up.
You start hearing the Crusader faithful getting into this one too, Mike.
Here comes Daniels. Off to Summers in the corner for Jordan Taylor. Taylor working on Freeman, trying to come to the top of the key. Summers catches on the right wing, brings it to the top of the key himself. Now Daniels with hands in his face for McWade, hitting a cutting Jordan. Now a three for Daniels, and that one goes up the rim and goes down somehow. So Leon Daniels has 2 threes in the game for 6 points.
Yeah, front of the rim, straight up in the air, and then in the basket. And Wildwood Catholic, that could be a backbreaker for you. Had a real good defensive possession there, and just a fortunate bounce for Holy Spirit. And of course, the Spartans will take it.
2-point lead for Spirit. Jordan Robertson from Catholic with the ball. Thinking about a three, gets it into Moretti's hands. Moretti comes to the top of the key. They get it into Cook's hands on the left wing. Cook down low for Freeman, who backs his way in. The shot's blocked away, and the rebound stays. An offensive team rebound here. Catholic will keep possession with 3:05 left in the half. Spirit will inbound, or Catholic will inbound. Right underneath the basket, Cook the trigger man. Gets it in for Taylor. Cross-court pass nearly stolen away as Matt Summers jumped in there.
Moretti was open, and Robertson just didn't put enough mustard on it. Summers almost went the other way for a wide-open layup, but was about a half an inch too short as he tipped it out of bounds.
5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's a Spartan 2-point lead, 20-18. Cook working on Daniels. Cook trying to get by Leon. Bounce pass down low. McWade with a pump fake, gets it to go on the layup. The second effort, he got the defender off the feet.
McWade with 6 all in this quarter.
No look pass for Daniels to Middleton, but nothing's there. Middleton spins baseline, and Robertson rejects one into the first row.
Robertson was having none of that attempt. Yeah, he was up in the air, Mike.
Big league block. 20-20, 2:37. Bounce pass.
It's a hold.
An arm bar.
Spirit player cutting to the basket. I believe it was Daniels, and Freeman got beat. Daniels was going to have a wide open layup, and Freeman just grabbed him from behind. It's actually not a bad foul because Spirit will have to re-inbound, and it's only Freeman's first.
And the team's fourth, so there's no trouble there either. They get it to the elbow. Santillo cross-court for Summers. 3 ball on the way. That's real short.
I think Moretti might have gotten a finger on that, Mike.
Might be right. It looked like it came up real short as Wildwood Catholic has had 1 lead in this game. They can get another with a bucket here. George Cook spins, gets a pick from Freeman.
Nearly an illegal screen.
Cook loses it off the foot. Daniels right in his grill. Jordan Robertson.
Spirit really extending its defense here.
They are. A lot of pressure. Robertson tries to get into the corner, and the long arms extended by Junior. Get a steal. Bounce pass for Taylor, and we got a collision. George Cook's going to be whistled for the foul.
Pass was intended for Taylor in the lane.
Yeah, Holy Spirit trying to get some transition points there, but you got to give credit to Catholic for getting back there. Jumping off the Catholic bench, Kevin McWade. Garrett Moretti gave him a good run.
Yeah, he did give him a couple good minutes, and he did what he's supposed to do. Don't hurt them, play decent defense, and knock down an open three, and that's exactly what he did.
Taylor catches off the inbound. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Daniels on the right wing. Taylor up top. Middleton thought about a three on the left wing. Puts it on the floor. To the paint, kicks it into the corner. Daniels, who has 2 threes in the game, put on the floor and he was fouled. McWade will get his first.
Wildwood Catholic fans didn't like that call, Mike, but Kevin McWade was in great defensive position there. But then he reached when the ball was put on the floor. He reached, so when the contact occurred, that's certainly a foul on Wildwood Catholic.
1:50 to play. 20-20 is the score. Holy Spirit with the ball. Jordan Taylor catches at the top of the key. Taylor takes a dribble, bounces back out. On the right wing, Taylor gets it up top for Daniels. Daniels spins. Back to Junior. Junior. Now it looks like Wildwood Catholic switched to a 2-3 here. On the block, a turnaround by Middleton. Short, and the rebound comes down to McWade. And McWade lost it. They got to bat it from behind. It goes back to Spirit. Daniels gets a steal. 3-ball for Taylor. Good. So off the turnover, Jordan Taylor hits the three.
That's a killer. 7. That's a killer if you're Wildwood Catholic. They corral a rebound, and McWade didn't see Daniels, and he tried to hand it off to Cook. Daniels poked it loose and finds his teammate for the open three.
3-point lead for Holy Spirit. 23-20 Crusaders with the ball. Up top, McWade on the right side for Cook. Cook goes to the baseline. Cook kicks it out for Freeman for a three, and that one's strong. The rebound comes down to George Cook somehow.
I think Robertson may have tipped it to Cook.
McWade, ball fake. McWade,
what a move.
What a move. The ball, and it's good.
He showed the ball to the opposite side of the rim as if he was going to go up for a reverse, and quickly came back to his strong left side, took a bump, and scores the basket.
A McWade layup makes it 23-22 with 40.5 seconds left, Brian, and a chance to tie it. As you mentioned, just a really good basketball move there by Ed McWade, a smart play. And the second one is good. We're all tied up with 40 seconds to play, and Will Bell's going to come in and get Ed McWade out.
That's a good sub there.
2 fouls on McWade.
Yeah, McWade heated up in that second quarter there with 9 points in the period. And you never know, Wildwood Catholic could put them back in if they happen to get another offensive possession here in the period as we approach 30 seconds to go with the score tied at 23.
23-23. Holy Spirit with the ball. Fired a shot for Jordan Junior Santillo, tries to go baseline, and he is hit by Will Bell, and Bell picks up the foul, and that will send Holy Spirit to the line on the 2-shot attempt here. Is Junior got aggressive with 22 seconds. I was surprised he took the ball to the basket there.
Well, I think he saw the open lane, and teams want to hold for one, inside of 30 seconds, but you never want to miss the opportunity to try to get a wide open layup. Bell came over and did a good job of making sure that Santillo couldn't finish while absorbing that contact, making him earn this at the line, and he did make the first.
Brian, in the first game, Atlantic City was 16 of 24 from the line. We have not a miss yet tonight from the free throw strike. In the nightcap, and Junior Santillo hits a pair to give Holy Spirit a 2-point lead, and Umed Collier jumps off the bench for Junior Santillo. McWade will inbound with 22 seconds to go. They trail by 2. McWade gets it in for Cook. Bounce pass back to McWade. McWade on the far sideline, behind his back. 17 seconds, crosses the timeline. McWade still dribbling, and he dribbles it off his foot, but it goes off Taylor's foot, and it'll stay with Wildwood Catholic.
Cook or Kevin McWade got to go get the ball. Eddie McWade shouldn't be handling the ball on the wing against that kind of pressure.
McWade will inbound, and he gets it in. To Jordan Robertson. He missed him on the back cut.
McWade did a nice job. He went right to the rim after throwing the ball in. Robertson didn't see him.
5 seconds. McWade puts up a left-hand shot. It comes up short, and Holy Spirit's going to go into the halftime with a 2-point lead. They're going to lead it 25-23. But I would think if you're Wildwood Catholic, you are pretty happy with the way this second quarter went. They trail by 2 after being down early in this game.
Yeah, and they were down 17-11 early in the period, Mike. So, to go from down 6 to down 2 at half, Wildwood Catholic certainly will take that here at the half as Holy Spirit leads at 25-23. Broadcast of the Cape Atlantic League Sports brought to you with support of the McMahon Insurance Agency, voted National Flood Insurance Program Agency of the Year. Specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance, the McMahon Agency turns protection into peace of mind. If it matters to you, it matters to them. Call them at 609-399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. Your neighbors at the McMahon Agency send best wishes for a successful season to all Cape Atlantic League athletes. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, and Mays Landing. The coverage you need, the service you deserve.
Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here at halftime. Tyler Donahue will take you through the stats and highlights of the first half. Then Brian and I will be back for the second half, where the score is Holy Spirit 25 and Wildwood Catholic 23, as Tyler Donahue set to bring you the stats and highlights of all the first quarter action here at the Final Four. Take it away, Tyler.
Thank you, Mike. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff on the call. Big second half ahead, and it should be a good one. Holy Spirit clinging to a 2-point lead here, 25-23 through 16 minutes of action. Wildwood Catholic enduring an early surge on the part of the Spartans, able to recover and actually momentarily take a lead. However, they enter the half trailing by 2 points. The story here so far for Wildwood Catholic is being able to overcome 6 of 21 shooting just 28%, I should say, from the floor tonight. And yet here they are, down by 2 against a Holy Spirit team that enters as the top seed. So far leading the way for the Spartans, Junior Santel, now a senior. We saw him in this game last year, did not score a single point against Atlantic City as Holy Spirit suffered its second straight semifinal defeat. He has been a different kind of player here during his senior campaign, continuing into the postseason. 9 points tonight to go with a rebound. He had a couple of big blocks, including one that really brought his home side to the stand. Meanwhile, another post player doing big things for his team, Eddie McWade for Wildwood Catholic, leading the way with 9 points in his own right. He has 3 of 7 shooting to his credit. Him and Clint Freeman, 2 men down low, taking the bulk of Wildwood Catholic shots. They have 14 of the team's 21 attempts. Clint Freeman, however, a little bit more cold than McWade, 1 of 7 with just 4 points to his credit. Wildwood Catholic doing a good job of getting to the free throw line. They are 9 of 10. Big part of that was Holy Spirit picking up 17 fouls early in the contest. They were in the penalty before the end of the first quarter, actually. So Holy Spirit surrendering some easy buckets during the contest against Wildwood Catholic, and that leaves us where we are now. A 20-win Wildwood Catholic team trailing the top seed, and an 18-win Holy Spirit team, 25-23. The winner of this contest advances to Stockton's championship clash, 2 p.m. Saturday. We'll carry live coverage of that contest right here on 97.3 ESPN FM and streaming live online with video, as you can watch this game right here on 97.3 ESPN.com. Atlantic City taking care of business against St. Augustine Prep. 3rd consecutive appearance in the Stockton championship matchup for Atlantic City. This postseason tournament began in 2012 here in the CAL. Every single year, Atlantic City has been represented. Meanwhile, on the girls' side, every single year, Steve DePatry has represented himself, his second team taking to the finals this time around. Coach DePatry with the Wildwood Catholic Crusaders beating Cedar Creek, a United Conference foe, yesterday evening. They will play against Middle Township on Saturday at Stockton at noon. Both of those games right here on 97.3 ESPN FM. Middle Township searching for its first Cape Atlantic League title in postseason play. Meanwhile, Wildwood Catholic looking for their first. Both of these teams have not met or have not played this far into the postseason since the tournament began in 2012. Coach John Leahy, a South Jersey champion with Middle Township just 2 years ago. They certainly are contenders for that as well. Lauren Legler back from a late injury. to really help solidify that lineup for the Panthers. That game takes center stage at noon. Again, the boys matchup, Atlantic City against the winner of this game between Wildwood Catholic and Holy Spirit, will meet at 2 p.m. We will be there live early, 9 to noon, with the South Jersey Sports Report. I will be on hand live from Stockton College. We'll meet with coaches and players and reporters, many of them live, as there is a big draw to Stockton on this first day of March upcoming. Really a nice time, a culmination of a lot of hard work for a lot of teams, coaches, and we look forward to getting there. We are brought to you by Vic's Sub Shop here on 97.3. Vic's Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon, offers a great quality and friendly service with all sandwiches available for pickup or delivery. Phone at 645-05-100. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights and 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can also visit Vic's Sub Shop on Zion Road in Egg Harbor Township. Be sure to try Vic's Special, a sub piled high with their special assortment of fresh meats and cheeses. Vic's Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon. We are live in Hammonton. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff on the call. Third straight year, this has been the host site for the Cape Atlantic League semifinals. The last couple of years came down to the same four familiar teams. Holy Spirit and Atlantic City meeting on one end of the tournament, Middle Township and St. Augustine Prep meeting on the other. This year, Middle Township unable to qualify for the postseason tournament. The other three punching their tickets. We wondered who would replace Middle Township in this Final Four. Wildwood Catholic, Millville down to the wire in their quarterfinal game a couple nights ago, down in Wildwood, and for the first time in 3 attempts, Wildwood Crusaders come ahead on their home court. They had struggled to pick up that first round victory in years past, and now they are here at Hammonton competing with Holy Spirit. The winner of this game will advance to their first Cape Atlantic League title game. Holy Spirit making its way back onto the court right now. Again, Junior Santel with a big effort for them in the first half. 9 points to his credit. And this is a different kind of team. Last year, very tentative against Atlantic City. Paul Moore, the senior scorer, able to really shoulder much of the load, but he was not able to do it all on his own. Many of his teammates struggled to step up last year, and now a well-balanced effort has Holy Spirit potentially 16 minutes away from the Cape Atlantic League championship game, where they would be reunited against an Atlantic City team they have faced twice this year. Last month, Atlantic City went on the road, stormed back in the second half to take down the Holy Spirit Spartans, and just a couple weeks ago, these two teams met yet again in the Boardwalk Empire as the Atlantic City Vikings were unable to overcome Holy Spirit. The Spartans coming away with a very big win for their psyche and for the standings. It gave them the American Conference Championship game. It gave them the top seed, and those two teams could meet again next week. Wildwood Catholic looks to stand in their way and advance to the championship game in their own right. This Saturday, we'll preview all the action with Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City, who joins us every week. We'll also talk to Kevin Minnick from the Courier Post. We'll speak with several coaches, including John Leahy, head coach of the Middle Township girls basketball team. We'll do our best to get on air with some of the Atlantic City players, or head coach Gene Allen as well. We'll certainly be talking about them with Mike McGarry from the Press, who has covered them for years now. The Hall of Famer Tom Williams will step on with us and talk about his perspective of how we got to this point in the postseason and the third year of the Cape Atlantic League playoffs, how he thinks that has progressed and what it means for the area. And don't forget, these teams that are losing here in the Cape Atlantic League tournament, whether it's Wildwood Catholic or Holy Spirit here in this contest, and of course, just before this, we saw St. Augustine bow out. They still have a future in this 2014 postseason. They will take on their roads in South Jersey and in non-public state playoffs as well. So more basketball action to come. We will take you all the way to the end right here on 97.3 ESPN FM. And now don't forget, we got you covered all the way, because last year we got a chance to go to Rutgers, follow Atlantic City basketball as they made their second consecutive run to a state championship game. We covered every game along the way. Many more to come right here on 97.3 ESPN FM. Mike Gill is on the call. And Mike, we're going to get back into it with the game action here, but Holy Spirit, Wildwood Catholic, what's at stake? A chance to play the two-time defending Atlantic City Vikings. So looks like a lot of fun. I'll hand it over to you and Brian. And folks, thanks for listening. We'll be back on Saturday morning with the entire pregame show. 3 hours of coverage leading up to the championship games at Stockton. For now, I'm Tyler Donahue stepping away. Enjoy the second half of action. 25-23, Holy Spirit out in front.
All right, thanks Tyler. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here on 97.3 ESPN and live video over at 97.3ESPN.com. The spot in the Cape Atlantic League championship game against two-time defending champion Atlantic City, Brian, and the number 1 seed Holy Spirit leads by 2. Holy Spirit and Atlantic City split this year. Wildwood Catholic and Atlantic City played on opening night. Is Atlantic City already there, a favorite in the final?
I don't know. I think that's tough to say. You still have 16 minutes of basketball to go here. My opinion on the Cape Atlantic League the entire year is that I think Holy Spirit has more talent. Really, there's been 4 big teams, and it's the 4 semifinalists. I think Holy Spirit has more talent than all of them. And for whatever reason, and they've shown it in stretches of games, sometimes they don't do it for 32 minutes and they get caught. That's what happened when they played Wildwood Catholic. But, I don't know. Gene Allen's teams just get so much better from the beginning to the end, and they played really well tonight. I mean, sure, he would have liked to see the last couple minutes handled better, but it'll be a great final either way.
Back to live action here, third quarter. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff, 97.3 ESPN, 97.3ESPN.com. Wildwood Catholic moving right to left with the ball in blue, Holy Spirit in the white. McWade.
Catholic trying to spread the floor here against this pressure.
McWade. The starters on the floor, the 5 on the floor, except for Collier, is in for Holy Spirit. I believe for Hogan's, who's taking a seat with 3 fouls. Cook and McWade at the top of the key. Almost a minute gone by here without a shot. Now a shot by Robertson for 3. Freeman with an offensive board, and the putback is good.
A nimble move by the 6'5", 300-pounder.
And Wildwood Catholic has 6 second-half points in the first half. That's their 8th second chance point. Santil, we're all tied at 25. 3 ball, Middleton short, and the rebound is fought for, and it is still up for grabs. Junior Santil with the rebound in a bucket. He had 9 to lead the way for Spirit. 27-25, Spirit leads. Cook crosses the timeline, bounce pass to the elbow. McWade, back to Cook, into the corner. Robertson dribble drive, he spins, takes the basket, and good, and he's fouled.
Jordan Robertson loves that spin move. He goes hard with a dribble, gets the defender to bite, and then spins right around him and took some contact and will go to the line.
Daniels charged for the foul. Robertson abused him there. Spinning, bucket, and a chance for a lead. Jordan Robertson, 7 first half points, or it should be 5 first half points, 7 overall, make it 8. We don't have a missed free throw in the game tonight.
Actually, Will Bell missed a 1-and-1. The front end of a 1-and-1. But you're right, that's the only missed free throw, though.
All the way, Middleton takes it to the basket strong and scores. He's got 5. Spartans back in the lead. They are the home team in this basketball game. Cook kicks it out. McWade, corner for Cook. McWade comes to the wing at the elbow, stops and fires a pass that McWade had to go up to go get. McWade puts it on the floor now with a left-hand dribble, gets it off to Kevin. 5:56 to play, third quarter.
I think Wildwood Catholic would be very content to take 30, 45 seconds off the clock every possession.
Agreed, yeah. Robertson with a little give and go there to McWade, puts it on the floor. Ball faking McWade with the left hand, and he's fouled. McWade will go to the line and make it a 3-point chance, and will give them the biggest lead of the game for Wildwood Catholic.
Here's the difference, Mike. In the first half, Wildwood Catholic came out very jittery and very impatient. 3 very, very patient possessions to start this second half by the Crusaders, and it nets them 8 points, 3 baskets and 3 free throws, as 2 of them ended up being 3-point plays.
31-29, Catholic leads. Here comes Daniels, and a blocking foul, a little body, as he tried to get by Freeman.
That's McWade's third.
Team's first.
Third foul on McWade. That's a tough one. They inbound it to Middleton. Middleton, top of the key, crosses over on Cook, tries to get to the basket. He runs right into Freeman, but they're going to get a foul called there.
Yeah, that's on Cook.
That's his second. So Middleton using his size to get past Cook there a little bit. Penetrated midway through the lane, and he goes to the line now to shoot.
Cook would have been better off just putting his 2 hands straight up and making Middleton finish over him.
Middleton's first free throw is good.
Rather than reaching.
Second chance coming. 6 points for Middleton on the night. Could tie it up here with a free throw. And he misses. Rebound for Freeman. 31-30, Catholic in the lead with the ball. 5.5 minutes to play here in the third.
This is where Wildwood Catholic gets some help against pressure. Eddie McWade and Robertson.
And McWade takes it.
And McWade and Robertson can handle the ball against pressure. Spirit going quickly.
And he gets fouled by Freeman. Is back and forth, up and down action. Catholic now has their largest lead of 3. And as you mentioned, McWade just took it himself off the floor and said, "You're going to give it to me, I'll take it."
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make before, play got a little quick there is that, when you want to come out and pressure Wildwood Catholic man-to-man on the perimeter, Eddie McWade for a power forward and certainly Jordan Robertson for a wing forward can handle the ball very well. So that's an advantage that Wildwood Catholic has. Taylor makes the first foul shot. Holy Spirit is yet to miss from the line tonight.
They just did. Middleton.
Excuse me, you're right. Middleton just missed.
Taylor could make it a 1-point game, and he does not. It falls out. Looked like it was going to go down. Freeman runs down the rebound. 2-point lead for the Crusaders.
Here's zone three-quarter court pressure now by Spirit.
2-1-2 press. McWade lost it. Kicked into the hands of Taylor. Daniels, bounce pass for Santil. The layup is no good.
Wow, and Santil had a free run to the basket there because Eddie McWade didn't want to commit his 4th foul. And now Spirit commits the foul. That'll be on Daniels on the rebound.
3rd personal foul, and that's a frustration foul because of the miss that he just gets a lazy reach in there. So now Leon Daniels, who has a couple threes, has to take a seat for Matt Summers. 33-31, Catholic in the lead.
2-1-2 zone pressure here by Holy Spirit.
Cross court, they get it to Robertson. Robertson to the foul line, to the basket, and it is strong, but the rebound is fought for. He tipped it to himself, gets a rebound blocked away by Junior Santil, and a bad foul on Cook here. It's going to be his 3rd. Seen a lot of bad, sloppy fouls here in the last 2 minutes.
That was one there by Cook that you're committing 50 feet from the basket.
Catholic leads 33-31. Spartans with the ball. 4.5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter.
And Wildwood Catholic's not all that deep. They've got 2 players on the floor with 3 fouls.
Summers on the right wing. Bounce pass, thrown away.
Great read by Kevin McWade to tip it.
Robertson, 1-on-2, stops and kicks it out. Now they reset. Up top for McWade. And McWade in the corner for McWade. Bounce pass down low. It's nearly stolen away. A bad entry.
Eddie needed to deliver it right away. He kind of took a look, hesitated, and then a defender was able to get around Freeman and tip it out of bounds.
Hogan's back in for Holy Spirit. He's got the 3 fouls, and Santil takes a seat. Holy Spirit trails by 2. Cook bounce pass into McWade, who spins up and under, left hand off the glass. It's too strong. Robertson kicks out the rebound to Summers for Holy Spirit, who runs it down. Summers 1-on-1 and a layup. No, he bounce passes it, and nobody's there, and Collier has to run it down. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Collier with a man-to-man look from Cook all the way to the basket. A scoop shot is no good, but a foul.
That one's going to be against Robertson.
And Jordan Robertson picks up his 2nd.
Number 25, Robertson, his 2nd team.
Collier will go to the line. Team's 5th, so the fouls are starting to pile up here.
Yeah, Wildwood Catholic right now, they're gonna be in a situation where they really want to shorten this game with the foul trouble that they're in. They've done a good job of shortening the game with their possessions so far in the second half, but they've got 2 players on the floor with 3, and Robertson now has 2, and there's still 12 minutes to go in this game.
Collier makes them both. We're tied at 33. Largest lead for Spirit was 8. Largest lead for Catholic was 3. McWade, bounce pass right between the legs.
Oh, that was tipped.
And we're going to get a change.
Yeah, good job by both trail officials. The trail and the center official both came in and said that pass was tipped.
Yeah, Ed Gorski saw it. It was a bounce pass between the legs. I think it tipped off Hogan's inner thigh. George Cook, the trigger man. Looking, fires it to Freeman, who's open on the block. He puts it on the floor one time, high off the glass, and it's in. He's got 4 in the quarter. Catholic leads by 2.
8 for the game for Freeman. And once again, just like he was the other night against Millville, he's been a factor for them.
Right side, deep out for Middleton.
Wildwood Catholic goes to zone here to try to protect their players who are in foul trouble.
Collier, Middleton, and Summers play catch at the top of the key in the wings. Back up for Middleton. Thinks about a 3. Straight on. Good! Middleton connects. He's got 6 in the quarter. 36-35 Spartans. 3 minutes to play in the third. Pressure by the Spartans. Nearly stolen as Robertson goes up and catches it. Cross court to Cook. Elbow jumper, and Cook can't get it to fall. The putback is good by McWade, though. Kevin McWade.
Yeah, that was Kevin McWade with the tip in.
37-36, Crusaders lead. Cross court for Collier. Back up top for Summers. Summers at the top of the key. 2-3 zone. Extended, a 3 for Middleton. It's short. The rebound, Taylor, and it is knocked out by Freeman.
And I think that ball, Mike, that's good officiating right there. I think that ball may have actually gone off of Taylor, but Freeman hit his hand as he was tipping it. The official, rather than calling the foul, says we're just going to keep it here with Spirit. That's Wildwood Catholic calls timeout.
Wildwood Catholic calls timeout with a 37-36 lead, 2:34 left in the third.
Boardwalk Honda invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you found the Honda models you like, visit Boardwalk Honda, 6807 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above, and Brian Brumel's sales staff is professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda, give them a call toll free, 877-472-6499. Sure True Value Hardware, located in Summers Point, hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Sure Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., Saturdays until 6, and Sundays from 8 to 4. Help is just around the corner at the Sure True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464, or visit them online at surehardware.com.
37-36, Crusaders lead the Spartans, 2:34 in the third. Holy Spirit ball coming out of the timeout, inbound to Collier between the circles as the clock continues to run in this third quarter. Swing pass over to Middleton, back up top for Collier. Thought about a 3, or back to Middleton. Middleton and Collier playing catch. They get to the foul line. I'll bounce pass for Jones for 3, just into the game, and that is long. Tyler Jones's 3 off the mark. Cook with the rebound. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the third.
Wildwood Catholic a 1-point lead in the ball, and Holy Spirit's playing zone. Boy, they're doing Wildwood Catholic a favor.
Sure are. I mean, Catholic just kind of staring.
I mean, Wildwood Catholic wants to slow the pace, and they have kids in foul trouble. To me, Holy Spirit really needs to be out and man-to-man and pressuring the ball.
Cook staring at the 2-3 look, and a 30-second timeout taken here by Dave DeWeese as he says, well, Spirit's going to sit in this. We'll set something different up here. They lead 37-36.
Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township is now the 10th largest in the country, bringing their excellent service to 7 counties in South Jersey. They not only have a battery for your car, but also for your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. And I'm sure they have batteries for Matt Ulmer's video equipment too. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Regia Avenue in EHT. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. They are outrageously dependable.
37-36, Catholic leads with the ball, 1:51 left in the third. McWade gets it in. Good catch by Cook.
Caught it like he was catching a fair catch over his shoulder.
Now Holy Spirit changes to man. McWade at the elbow. Kicks it to Moretti into the game. Moretti puts it on the floor.
Moretti came in because Wildwood Catholic thought Spirit might stay in that zone.
Robertson's jumper short, the rebound. Moretti couldn't hold on to it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Holy Spirit ball. That's a good call. Yeah, maybe they think they can get a 3 there in that zone.
Good job by Jamie Gillespie to change back to man there.
Spartans trail by 1 with the ball. 1:22. Dave DeWeese doing jumping jacks in front of us here for his defense.
That's how he stays in good shape at his age.
Bounce pass down low. There's a fight and there's an arrow. It's going to go back to Wildwood Catholic. So a turnover for the Spartans on an entry pass. 1:13 to play in the third.
Now tempers flare a little bit here.
No.
And the officials are going to come in and talk to some of the key players involved in that altercation.
The scores table is now pointing towards Holy Spirit, so it looks like the Spartans will regain possession. With 1:13 to play, they trail by 1. It's been a great game here in Hammonton. And Ed Gorski's going to tell Dave DeWeese that both teams have a warning. Keep the chippiness to a minimum.
Yeah, so in other words, if there's anything like that again, there will be technical fouls assessed. And in a game as big as this, that's what you want to see. You don't want to see officials get happy. That's a great job to come in and just give warnings. There wasn't anything overly excessive that went on there.
Into the game for Holy Spirit is, for the first time, is C.J. Barnes. A 3 by Collier is good. Way downtown.
Yeah, that was deep. Spirit back on top by 2. We're inside a minute to go, third quarter.
5 points in the quarter for Collier as Barnes picks up the assist there. And Jordan Robertson turns it over. Collier, 1-on-none, and Collier goes coast to coast in a layup, and Collier has the last 5 points to give Spirit a 41-37 lead, so a big turn of events. Under 30 seconds to play in the third.
Big possession here for Wildwood Catholic, as Spirit going on a little run there. There's another turnover.
Yeah, Cook turns it over, and it's stolen away by Holy Spirit. Here comes Barnes. Bounce pass for Collier. No-look pass, and a layup by Middleton is good. 43-37. Spirit leads it. Robertson with 4. Cook for 3, and it's short, and there's a whistle and a foul. They're going to get a 3-point opportunity. Collier came up underneath there with 1.9, Brian. And Collier gets called for his first foul, but a big one.
Wow, and that was the lead official that came out and called that. That was the official on the baseline coming out and calling a foul on a perimeter 3. So he must have certainly seen something that was obvious to him to come out and call that foul.
George Cook makes the first of 3. If he makes the last 2, we're going to have a 3-point game, most likely, entering the final quarter. Couple dribbles for Cook. And he makes the second.
Wildwood Catholic has not been a tremendous free throw shooting team this season, but they are really shooting it well tonight.
Just the 1 miss tonight, back in the first quarter by Will Bell. 43-39. 1 final free throw from the line. Goes Cook, and
14 for 15 from the line is Wildwood Catholic.
And the first 3 points of the night for Cook makes it a 43-30 Spirit lead with 1.9. They'll get 1 chuck here. Enough for a dribble and a chuck. Taylor inbounds, they get it to Middleton. 2 dribbles, comes up, and it's not even going to be good. If it goes, he got it off a little late. So at the end of 3, 43-40. Holy Spirit leads Wildwood Catholic here in the Final 4 of the Cape Atlantic League playoffs.
There is a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the Whitehorse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and at Perry Egan at 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. They also have conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 25 years. In Absecon, Wildwood, Mays Landing, Ocean City, Berlin, Lakewood, and Brooklyn, New York. They're open from 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. daily. Just 4 Wheels. You'll like the way they do with business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They are coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices located at 700 West Avenue in Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue in Margate, in Egg Harbor Township at the Providence Professional Park, in the ShopRite Shopping Center in Marmora, and South Main Road in Vineland. You will also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance.
93% from the line tonight for Wildwood Catholic, 81% from the Spartans. So if it comes down to that, both teams have been very good. Ed McWade with 14 leads all scores for Wildwood Catholic.
Certainly a difference shooting free throws in the second quarter than there is with 2 minutes left in a three-point game, so we'll see what happens late.
Catholic down by 3 with the basketball moving right to left to finish the final quarter of somebody's season in the Cape Atlantic League. And an offensive foul on Freeman, a screen up high, Bri.
Yeah, and it was an unneeded screen. Yeah, Cook didn't need it, and Freeman came in late.
Of course, both these teams will be competing. They could meet again. And,
a lot of good things would have to happen for both teams for them to meet again in the state playoffs.
But somebody's Cape Atlantic League portion of the season is over. As
Great
the layup
pass.
is good from Middleton to Daniels. 45-40, 5-point lead. Catholic with the ball. They trail by 5. Cook, the left hand. Bounce pass down low. Good spot for McWade. He gets deep and he gets a layup to fall. McWade with 16 points.
And that's the easiest look Wildwood Catholic's had in a long time.
Middleton back the other way and a foul, but no, they wave it off. A foul on Middleton. An offensive charge.
And that was a big, big call there, because if it was called a block, it would have been McWade's 4th.
That's true.
But he stepped in there and took the charge.
3-point lead for the Spartans. Catholic with the ball with 7:11 to play. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here on 97.3 ESPN and 97.3 ESPN.com. Matt Ulmer has live video. You can watch the final 7 minutes of somebody's Cape Atlantic League season. Cook to the baseline, kicks it out for McWade, who catches back to his brother. Here comes Ed. Puts it on the floor. He spins. He loses Taylor. Cross court into the corner for Cook, who thought about a 3. Dribble drive, kicks it up for Jordan Taylor.
Good patience here by Catholic.
Taylor, right of the lane, a shot off the glass and good. Robertson, a little quiet tonight, but gets 2 in the 4th. 1-point lead for the Spartans with the ball.
That was a great decision by Cook not to pull the trigger on the 3, and they end up with a Robertson layup at the rim.
Middleton to Junior Santil. In the corner for Collier. Collier goes baseline, and it's stolen away by McWade. Kevin McWade up the sideline for Robertson. Robertson, a little 12-foot jumper short, and the rebound comes to Daniels. So 1 and done for Wildwood Catholic. Daniels at the foul line. Down low for Middleton, uses some body, gets fouled.
That's going to go on Eddie McWade, Mike. That's going to be his 4th.
McWade, as Brian said, with the foul.
And the interesting thing, Mike, is that, not every play happens in a vacuum. Jordan Robertson's bad decision to take that shot down the other end from 12 feet led to the run out for Holy Spirit, and thus the foul by Eddie McWade. If Robertson had pulled that ball out, Wildwood Catholic might still be possessing the ball, and Eddie McWade might only have 3 fouls.
Middleton at the line, he makes the first. You sit him here with 6 minutes left, 4 fouls.
I don't think so. I think you got to let him play.
46-44. Spirit leads. John Middleton at the line. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Middleton. And that's good. So the free throw shooting continues. 47-44, Spirit leads. Catholic dribbling up the far sideline is McWade. He crosses the timeline. Quarters court, and it's tipped. Stolen away. Tipped and stolen away by Daniels. Daniels left of the lane. All the way to the basket. A right-hand layup is good. Leon Daniels with 4 and a timeout taken by Wildwood Catholic. 5:44 left to play, and a full timeout taken by Wildwood Catholic. They trail 49-44.
Shoppy's is even better online. You have probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you are not presenting the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone them 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 19-21. This is Cape Atlantic League basketball on 97.3 ESPN FM. Signal Graphics on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with the personal service you expect. Cut out the middleman, save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product at a very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Riley, Kay, or Chris at 609-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger. Signal Graphics.
17 points off of Catholic turnovers, 19 now for Holy Spirit. Catholic down by 5. Robertson one-on-one all the way to the basket. He gets it to go, and he's fouled by Junior Santillo. So Robertson will go to the line. That's a tough and gutsy call right there to take that one-on-one.
Santillo, when Robertson got in the air and got near the rim, Santillo would have been better off just allowing the layup to go through. He tried to get in there, and that was an easy finish for Robertson despite that contact.
Free throw good. Jordan Robertson picking it up here in the fourth. He's got 5.
And McWade will sit. Well, you might see Wildwood Catholic do a lot of offense for defense, substituting now with McWade with 4 fouls as Will Bell comes in.
5:30 to play here in the fourth. 2-point Spirit lead. They have the ball. They move left to right on your radio dial. Daniels catches high over his head. Guarded by Bell. Up top for Taylor. Stutter steps. Back to Collier. Collier to Middleton. Middleton puts it on the floor into the corner. Jordan Taylor for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, run down by Daniels. He throws it off the foot of George Cook, and it's going to stay with the Spartans, though.
Yeah, when you're in these 2-point games, Mike, those little hustle plays, and Leon Daniels just made one there.
Jordan Taylor takes the 3, comes up short. The ball hits the floor, and you're right, a great hustle play to keep the ball in the Holy Spirit's possession, because that thing was just kind of hanging out on the floor for a couple seconds. Taylor on the wing for Middleton. Gans it! And Holy Spirit with 4:59 left. It takes a 30-second timeout. Jamie Gillespie with the call. Holy Spirit 52, Wildwood Catholic 47, 4:59 to play here on 97.3 ESPN.
Need a sign? You need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics creates signs for real estate and other businesses. He does construction site signs and window lettering for your business. He can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows. Whatever lettering you need, phone Captain Charlie, 823-8891. Blue Water Graphics.
5 minutes to go in the basketball game. Spirit 52-47. Here comes Wildwood Catholic. McWade is back in. Ed McWade with 4 fouls. Cook, left-hand dribble, comes to the Catholic bench. They try to get it down on the block by McWade. He goes baseline. It's tipped out of his hands. It'll stay with the Crusaders.
Middleton, Mike, has 13 of his 16 points in the second half for Holy Spirit.
And now Hogan's into the game, formerly Mitty. 52-47, 4:44 to play in the game. Cook inbounds, gets it in the corner. McWade thought about a 3, right in the lane, and he walked. I think he was trying to do a little jump stop between them, and the 2 defenders caused him to walk. 52-47, 4:41 to play. Holy Spirit inbounds. They get it to Taylor, who walks it up the near sideline right in front of us here. Taylor crossing the timeline, working on Clint Freeman.
This is where Wildwood Catholic has some problems here. Freeman man-to-man out on the perimeter.
Daniels crosses over McWade. They get in the corner for Summers, who thought about a 3 in the left corner. Now he spins to the wing.
I think he might have gotten away with a walk, too.
Daniels spins.
He definitely walked.
And now they get him for a walk. He spins and drops to the floor, and Holy Spirit turns it over with 4:16 left.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going there. Once again, Wildwood Catholic's going to play man-to-man. They just need to spread the floor and be patient when you have a 5-point lead.
Cook Pressured by Collier, he gets by Collier, goes all the way to the basket. Cook can't get the layup to follow the rebound. Comes down to Daniels, and then Cook is going to get whistled for a foul. That's going to be George Cook's. Ooh, they're not going to get it on Cook. They're going to give it to McWade. So McWade gets his second.
Cook made a very strong, aggressive move to the basket, and when it came time to shoot, Mike, he shot it very hesitantly, and thus it spun in and out.
And that is the 8th team foul on Wildwood Catholic, which means Holy Spirit now, who has been very solid from the line tonight, has Leon Daniels at the free throw stripe with 4 minutes exactly to play in the game. And that first one is good. I can't remember a high school basketball game with a free throw shooting that's been this successful.
Yeah, and we've had quite a few of them shot tonight. Each team in double figures in attempts. And they only have, what, 3 or 4 misses for both teams combined?
I think 3 total, and the second one is good by Leon Daniels. So he's got 6 in the quarter. They lead at 54-47. Halfway through the 4th quarter.
Now, Wildwood Catholic certainly needs a basket here.
Catholic in the corner for McWade. Behind his back, backs it out to the wing. Leaves it to Kevin McWade in the corner for Cook. Cook guarded by Collier. Collier all over Cook. Cook gets by him. Left hand, bounce pass for Freeman, and Freeman gets fouled.
I think Freeman was fortunate there, Mike. I mean, he definitely got fouled, but he really rushed the shot. Instead of gathering himself and squaring his shoulders to the backboard and rim, he kind of shot that at a weird angle and was fortunate to get fouled.
So Freeman will go to the line for the second time tonight. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw stripe. And that one rolls out.
Wildwood Catholic, Santil comes back in for Spirit. Wildwood Catholic needs Freeman to make this one for 2 reasons. Obviously for the point, but secondly, they need to get him out of the game defensively.
Freeman staggers his feet, steps to the line, and gets it to fall. Will Bell in, Freeman out. Offense, defense, 54-48. Spirit leads with the ball. Pressure now from Wildwood Catholic.
Bell is certainly a better perimeter defender than Freeman is.
And now Wildwood Catholic retreats. They showed pressure and backed off. Middleton crosses the timeline at the top of the key. At the elbow. Tries to leave a pass and he throws it out of bounds.
Where is he going?
Dribble drive through the paint, and Freeman back in.
And Hogan's for Holy Spirit.
Cook letting the ball just kind of roll before that clock begins. Now it ticks down at 3:17, 3:16, 54-48. 6-point lead for the Spartans. Wildwood Catholic gets a little bounce pass to McWade. He loses the handle, and let's see who they're going to whistle this foul on. McWade didn't have real good possession of that ball.
This will be a 1-and-1 for Ed McWade.
And Daniels is called.
Bell will come back in for and Santil. Bell for Catholic, Santil for Spirit.
Ed McWade at the line. By the way, that is the 4th foul on Leon Daniels.
Daniels staying in the game with those 4 fouls.
McWade hits the free throw to make it 54-49, a 5-point advantage for the Spartans. Second one is good. So Ed McWade, the senior, steps up. He's perfect from the line tonight. They trail by 4. Spartans with the ball. 3 minutes to play in the basketball game. The winner faces Atlantic City on Sunday at Stockton College in a game you'll hear on 97.3. Up top, Middleton. Collier puts it on the floor. Jordan Taylor. Middleton. Bounce pass for Santil. Coming up on 2.5 minutes in the game. Santil working on Jordan Robertson.
It's an offensive foul. That's a good call. That's a good call. That was Collier coming across the lane and pushed off on Kevin McWade.
Fouls on Holy Spirit, number 5.
Collier throws, as you mentioned, McWade, you saw him going, sliding across the floor.
That's a team control foul. That's a team control foul, so there is no free throws on this. So Wildwood Catholic will have possession with 2:30 to go, trailing by 4.
9 team fouls. The next one against Holy Spirit will put Catholic at the line to the rest of the way with 2:30 left to play. McWade will inbound. In the front of the Spartan sideline, he gets it to Cook. They trail by 4 with the ball. They move right to left. Cook comes to the left side. Trying to get an entry pass down to McWade. He comes back up top to Robertson instead. Robertson at the right elbow. Robertson spins between the legs, gets it up top for Cook. Coming up on 2 minutes. Now they get it to McWade and a foul from behind.
Good seal.
And that's the 5th foul on Daniels if that's on him.
Good seal by McWade. And now this is going to be 2 shots.
And Leon Daniels, Brian.
Yeah, that's his 5th foul. And you know, here's the other residual on that too, Mike, is that by Holy Spirit continuing to foul Wildwood Catholic's able to do their offense for defense substitution to get Clinton Freeman off the floor in favor of Will Bell. They're really doing Wildwood Catholic a favor. Wildwood Catholic is chipping back into this game at the free throw line and then also able to get their best defensive team on the floor.
And McWade, who's been perfect from the line, calmly hits the first. He's 3 for 3 from the line here in the 4th. Leon Daniels ends the game with 12 points.
McWade with 19 points in the game to lead Wildwood Catholic.
Second one, solid, right down the middle. 2-point game.
That free throw barely even hit the net. It went so true through the middle.
54-52. Spirit up the far sideline is Santil, and he dribbles it off his foot, but he gets it into Mitty, and Hogan's missed it. Hogan's loses it, it's on the ground, and there's a jump ball. And the ball's going to stay with Holy Spirit. Boy, they caught a break there because it looked like Hogan's might have walked.
Well, I think Cook had him tied up, which is why he walked. And obviously, there's the whistle for the jump ball.
54-52 with 1:55 left, and Holy Spirit wants a timeout. They're out of 30 seconds. This will be a full timeout with 1:55 to go. Spirit 54, Catholic 52.
Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in EHT. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, and Mays Landing. Call them at 609-399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. The coverage you need, the service you deserve. This game is also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week and every game. Vic's Sub Shop is at 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon. Phone them at 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights, 9:30 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic's Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon.
Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here with 1:55 left, 54-52. Spirit leads with the ball. They'll inbound just next to their basket. Summers will trigger. He gets it in for Middleton. Middleton spins right in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Taylor thought about a 3. He drives to the basket. A right-hand runner's no good, and the tip-in is no good. A rebound, and there's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Wildwood Catholic.
Well, you know, Taylor and McWade, man, did they compete for that rebound. And it ends up in a held ball, and Wildwood Catholic has possession with 1:42 to go.
And you'd hate to see them call a foul on McWade there for any ridiculous reason. So good job on the tie-up, guys.
Oh, believe me, in a game like this, Mike, these officials know who's in foul trouble.
54-52.
They want it to be a good one if they're going to foul somebody out.
1:35 to go. We got a 2-point game. Catholic trails by 2 with the ball. Cook. They get it into Freeman's hands. Now Robertson. He's stared down by Taylor. Uses a screen.
Close to an illegal screen.
Taylor uses the screen to Cook. Cook with the catch. Now McWade comes up a high screen. Cook to McWade. McWade throws it to Eddie. Eddie McWade spins and he pulls it back out. Now he's got a lane to go between the legs and he shuffles a pass to Robertson. 1:05 left in the corner. Cook has it. 2-point game, 54-52. 1 minute to play in the basketball game.
Wildwood Catholic being very patient here.
Robertson at the elbow to the foul line. McWade for three. It's short and the rebound comes down to Middleton. Middleton up the far sideline. Middleton cross-court pass to Collier who almost dropped it. 42 seconds left. And Catholic with 39 seconds, they are chasing around. Whoa. They want a 5-second violation. Instead, they get a foul.
Cook nearly took it out of Collier's hands at half court.
The foul is going to be on Cook. That will be his 4th. And it's going to send Collier to the line. Umed Collier. Perfect from the line tonight, 2 for 2.
Still only a 1-and-1 here, Mike.
And the first one's no good. He missed it. It didn't look like Catholic knew it was a 1-on-1, but they did get the rebound.
Here we go. 30 seconds.
54-52, and Jamie Gillespie is on the floor because the clock, something jumped on the clock here. He believes, Jamie's now saying my fault.
I think he was trying to call a timeout and he didn't have possession.
Either that or he thought that he should have been getting 2 shots and he read which side they were on.
You might be right.
So Jamie Gillespie was literally out on the floor, and people are saying there should be a technical foul here. We'll see how they hash this thing out.
The fans are yelling for a technical foul. I can guarantee you one's not going to be called on that. It certainly was an honest mistake.
54-52. There's 27.2 seconds left.
And you know what? And Ed Gorski's doing a great job here because Jamie Gillespie was trying to get Santil back in the game and he wasn't allowing the sub, which is a great call. Forces Holy Spirit to call a timeout to get the substitute in the game.
And now Santil will come back. Holy Spirit calls timeout. They lead by 2. They'll have 1 timeout left. 54-52 here on 97.3.
The Heist Agency with convenient offices in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. You will also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and at Perry Egan at 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Be smart, rent at Just 4 Wheels.
54-52. Holy Spirit leads. Catholic with the ball. We're in a timeout. The timeout situation, Brian, Catholic has 2, by my count, unofficial. Spirit has 1 left, unofficial. There's 27.2 seconds, and Wildwood Catholic will inbound in front of the Spartan bench at about quarters court.
Interestingly, Mike, they're going to bring Garrett Moretti, their best 3-point shooter, into the game here. And, you may see try to see if Wildwood Catholic can get a dribble kick situation. And, Wildwood Catholic may elect to try to go for a win here if they get an open 3.
We inbound the basketball. By the way, Kevin McWade is the one on the bench. Cook to Ed McWade. Back to Cook. 18 seconds. Cook in the corner. Robertson for 3. Good! And a foul! Robertson for 3. Eddie was fouled. The lead and a chance to make it a 2-point game.
Well, Jordan Robertson, Mike, has not shot the ball well from the perimeter over the last couple of games because he's been short on his shot. He really got his legs into that one and elevated, and that was true right out of his hands. And Dave DeWeese is calling a timeout with 14 seconds to go.
55-54, a 30-second timeout taken, or are they changing this to a full now? 55-54, 14.5 left. Catholic leads Spirit here on 97-3, and we got a free throw still coming from Wildwood Catholic, so they can go up by 2.
Yeah, Mike, Wildwood Catholic has never played in the Cape Atlantic League Championship game, and they are now 14 and a half seconds away from doing so. Now on the game reset, you have Robertson going to the line to try to complete the very rare 4-point play after making the 3-point shot and getting fouled. Holy Spirit would go to the line for 2 shots on any foul by Wildwood Catholic.
So Holy Spirit will trail by 1. They will get a shot left. Spirit does have possession.
Yeah, on any held ball, Spirit would get possession.
55-54. Robertson at the line, and by the way, he is perfect from the line today, 4 for 4. Mike Gill and Brian Kniff here in the final 14 and a half of the final 4 of the Cape Atlantic League playoffs. Robertson, this is a big one. Stares at the rim, gets it to fall. They lead by 2.
He's had a big 4th quarter.
Final 12 seconds. Here we go. Middleton with 10. Middleton crosses the timeline. It's stolen away! Stolen away!
Robertson, they soar!
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! The Crusaders are going to the Cape Atlantic League Championship game. They will face Atlantic City on Saturday.
What a finish!
The number 1 seed upset tonight, and Catholic has beaten the Spartans not once, but twice.
That is an unbelievable finish, and you want to talk about a kid rising to the occasion. Jordan Robertson with 6 points in the final 14 seconds. The 3-point basket and free throw after being fouled, and the emphatic dunk to put an exclamation point on a thrilling win for Wildwood Catholic High School.
Final score, 58-54. On 97.3, Brian Kniff's going to go courtside. He'll talk with Jordan Robertson, Dave DeWeese, as Wildwood Catholic has advanced to the Cape Atlantic League Finals with a huge win tonight. And we'll go to Brian Kniff, who's got Jordan Robertson.
All right, thanks, Mike. Here with Jordan Robertson, who made the couple of big plays late. Tell us first about the 3-pointer. It looked like it was a design play, and you certainly were an option there.
Yeah, it was. We run that play all the time to get threes, or either you come into the block. That time it was for a 3, and it worked well. So that's good.
I noticed against Millville and a couple of your shots tonight were a little flat out of your hand. It looked like you really had your legs under you on that 3-point attempt.
Yeah, definitely. It's something I've been working on over the past few weeks, getting my shot up and everything. A lot of repetition, so I'm glad it paid off.
A lot of people looked at you guys as an underdog in this game, and now here you are going to the Cape Atlantic League Championship.
Definitely, once again, trying to prove everyone wrong and get ready for the state playoffs.
When you guys fell behind late, you got down by 8, I believe, at one point in the 4th quarter. Seemed like you really did it on the defensive end.
Yeah, Coach Luis emphasized that. Playing defense, getting up in them, being more physical than them. That's what he emphasized at practice all week, and that's what we tried to do in the game.
What's this mean for your school? Because now it's going to be a girl-boy doubleheader with Wildwood Catholic in the CAL title game, and neither of your teams has ever been in that position before.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. We like making history. It's something we all look forward to.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mike?
Thanks, Brian. Brian Kniff with Jordan Robertson, who puts the exclamation point on the win with a dunk to close it out. It wasn't needed. It was just the exclamation point. 58-44. Jordan Robertson ends the game with 19 points. Ed McWade with 20 for Holy Spirit. John Middleton with 16, Leon Daniels with 12, Junior Santil had 11. It was really a 2-man scoring show for Wildwood Catholic. 20 and 19 respectively for McWade and Robertson. Also on the big number in this game, points in the paint, Wildwood Catholic 28, second chance points 10, and Brian Kniff has Ed McWade, 20 points tonight for Eddie McWade.
All right, here with Eddie McWade. Ed, you fell behind by, I believe, 8 in the 4th quarter, and you chipped it away, and you guys made a couple of big plays late. I mean, just tell us about how it all went the last couple of minutes there.
Every big game we've been in so far, we've been down at the end, and we've came back, and again we did it today. It feels good.
a lot of people wondered how your team was going to react in this moment, being in a semifinal, big gym, big crowd. The schedule you played out of league certainly had to prepare you for this. You might have played the hardest schedule in program history. I mean, tell us, it probably was like old hat for you to be in a big game like this.
Oh yeah, our schedule this year definitely prepared us a lot. Towards the end, like we lost the first couple big games to LaSalle, AC, and they all prepared us to make good plays down the stretch, which we did.
Now you have an opportunity to do something that the program's never been to a Cape Atlantic League championship game. It's going to be a girl-boy doubleheader. Tell us what it's going to be like for your school on Saturday.
Oh, it's going to be awesome for our school. That first playoff game was awesome at home. We probably a sellout, and we hope it's the same way on Saturday.
One of the things that you guys were able to do tonight to win this basketball game was you really shot it well from the free throw line, and that's something you haven't done all year as a team.
Oh yeah, every day in practice we work 15 minutes on shooting foul shots, and last practice we didn't do too well, so today we stepped up big.
Last one will be a lighthearted one. What was your what was your thoughts when you saw Jordan soaring for that exclamation point dunk?
As soon as I reached half court, I knew he was gonna bang it.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mike?
Brian Kniff, thank you. Ed McWade, thank him. And Holy Spirit goes down tonight. They fall to 19-6 on the season. They, of course, will be a part of the non-public B playoffs. And Wildwood Catholic now 21-4. They have swept Holy Spirit, and Dave DeWeese is with Brian Kniff.
Unbelievable, really, don't you think?
Yeah, it's about as unbelievable as it gets.
You run a set play there to get Jordan to 3, and I don't know if anybody talked to him, but Monday against Millville and even a couple of his shots tonight didn't seem like he had his legs under him, and he really got some pop on that jump shot at the end there.
He did, yeah. We called that play for him in the timeout, and I told him go out and knock it down, and he went out and knocked it down.
And then the way you played defense down the stretch, it was probably fitting that you wanted on a defensive play by George at half court.
Yeah, we pride ourselves in our defense. That's been our signature all year long, and it came through tonight. These kids have worked so hard. This is just an awesome win for them. I don't think they ever gave up. They never gave up in this game. We knew that we were going to have our time where we made our run, and thank goodness it was right there at the end.
The one thing that you haven't, as good as you've been all year, the one thing you haven't done in many games is shoot free throws well, and you really knocked them down tonight.
They did. I give them credit. They really knocked free throws down. We are spending, I'm telling you, 15 to 20 minutes every day in practice on free throws. We're improving. We're not where we wanted to be, but tonight we certainly can't do much better than we did tonight.
One of the things that really seemed to help you down the stretch was, I know when you have to pressure people defensively, you need to put your 5 best athletes on the floor. And the one thing that was happening in your favor was Holy Spirit was fouling you, was allowing you to get Freeman out of the game in favor of Bell, and that certainly helped your defense.
Yeah, it helped a lot because we were able, you saw Will got up. He can play somebody in the full court, and he was able to get up and play Taylor in the full court, which really helped us on the defensive end.
And again, of course, against taller kids, McWade has a monster game in the paint.
Yeah, he did. I thought tonight in the first quarter he was pressing a little bit. He really didn't get into the flow of the game early on, but in the second half and in crunch time, as usual, he comes through in the clutch for us.
And tell us what it's going to be like on Saturday for your school. Girl-boy doubleheader. The girls, it's an all-county matchup with Middle. You're going to get to play AC again, and it's got to be really special for the community down there.
Yeah, it is. This has been our goal all year long. This was a great win for us tonight, but we're not finished. This is unfinished business for us. We got to win on Saturday. Saturday's our goal.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Dave DeWeese with Brian Kniff. Of course, Atlantic City beat Wildwood Catholic on opening night, 44-40 in that game. A very different game, I'm sure, on Saturday when the two teams will match up. Wildwood Catholic and AC met opening night at the Tip-Off Classic, and they will close the Cape Atlantic League season at Richard Stockton College. Brian, obviously, the theme for them is that this season's not done. They expect it to be here, it sounds like, for Dave DeWeese.
Yeah, well, they don't want to admit it, of course, but, they know what they're up against in South Jersey non-public B. It's so loaded that the chances of them winning a South Jersey title are remote. I mean, is it possible? Certainly it is. Wildwood Catholic's a very talented team, but at some point along the way, even as early as the second round, they're going to play teams that have 2 and 3 Division I players on the floor. It's going to be very difficult for them. So, you know, they realized that this Cape Atlantic League title would really be a huge, huge prize for them. And you know, now they're going to have an opportunity to do it. And you know, the interesting thing is, I mean, you know, they play 2 games in this tournament that go down and get decided in the last 10 seconds. They survive a last-second layup attempt that missed by Millville in the quarterfinal, and now Jordan Robertson's 4-point play, and then George Cook's defensive play at the end, and Jordan Robertson's exclamation point with the 2-hand dunk, and just a tremendous, tremendous effort by Wildwood Catholic, and you know, again, they shoot. You know, 7 for 8 from the foul line in the fourth quarter, and they missed 2 free throws the entire game. So you know, just you know, for the way they executed, and again, the way they played defense, and I'm sure, you know, turning toward the state playoffs, Jamie Gillespie and Holy Spirit, they are going to have to address, you know, the way they handled the late game situations. They had quite a few turnovers, quite a few poor shots, and quite a few poor decisions with the lead in the fourth quarter, and that allowed Wildwood Catholic to hang around, and then they catch them at the end.
Once again, the final score here tonight, Holy Spirit and Wildwood Catholic, it's the Crusaders 58 and the Spartans 54. We'll have live coverage of the Cape Atlantic League Finals on Saturday starting at noon with Wildwood Catholic facing Middle Township, an all Cape May County girls game. And, of course, Wildwood Catholic boys will get the rematch. Atlantic City, Brian, will now go for 3 in a row in the Cape Atlantic League Championship. Catholic and AC met on opening night, a Vikings victory. For Brian Kniff, Matt Ulmer on video, Pete Giordano produced the game. Stats provided by Prime Events, Tom Williams and Joe Fussner. We will talk to you on Saturday from Richard Stockton College in the Cape Atlantic League Championship. Good night, everybody.